Well, it was kind of a tale of two halves, and unfortunately, we never played well together as a team. Meaning, I thought our defense, we put their backs to the wall the first half. Offensively, we didn't get very much going, and I thought in the second half we started to play a little bit better offensively, and defensively we had some letdowns. But we had opportunities early in the game to make some plays, and whether it was a ball overthrown or a missed block when we had somebody wide open. I mean, it was just a combination of things offensively. And again, defensively, I thought in the first half we played well. We were getting to the football. I thought they were somewhat frustrated. We're somewhat able to keep Marvell Ross out of the game until he got hurt. I think that, he didn't have any returns. But, I'm proud of my team, meaning, a couple plays goes our way, it could be a closer game. I'm not going to tell you a couple plays going to win the game, but it would have made it interesting in the first half if we could have connected on a couple things.
Talking about the thing with Notre Dame, you have so many weapons on offense. How do you take away what you can take away? What do you focus on?
Well, I mean, you always got to focus to stop the run with there. The thing that makes them so dangerous is the broken plays. You think you got them hemmed in, and I said this, earlier, I think on the Metro News or the interview with the conference. It's the plays that are broken is where they kill you. I mean, they snap the ball, drop the snap, pick it up, and run for a first down. You got him hemmed in to the right, he reverses field and goes back to the left. So it's not, I think that happened twice in the game. So it's not so much, it's just their playmaking ability at any time.
Logan, a lot of big numbers for you today. Probably 15 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, a couple sacks, got a pick. What was it about tonight? I mean, it just seemed like you really rose to the challenge against one of the top teams in the country.
Yeah, I don't know. All that means really nothing if we don't come out with a win. So, I mean, it's always nice competing against. That's the number 4 team in the nation. That's some of the best talent in the nation. So, it's cool competing against that. But there's a lot I didn't do. There was a lot of missed tackles. So there's a lot we got to go back to the drawing board and fix for next week.
And Christian, you're transferred last year, battled injuries, but came back this year, seemed like a renewed purpose, and made a lot of plays last week against Wheeling and picked up right where you left off this week. What changed? Is it just the opportunity of being healthy again? Or?
Yeah, of course. It's always good to be healthy, and then it's the positions that the coaches put me in and the positions that our quarterbacks, when they give me opportunities, I try to make the best plays I can.
And Logan, again, talk about number 20 for Notre Dame. Just seems like such a special back. What makes him different from other backs in this league?
Yeah, he's definitely a special football player. You don't see too many guys that can run the football like that, and it's his speed. He's got NFL speed. So it's his breakaway, his burst. He's got good vision. He's able to, cut back all the way across the field, across the grain. So he's definitely a good football player.
Well, it's kind of like what Don was asking, Coach. I just kind of wanted your thoughts on McLaughlin. I mean, number 20, he's only a sophomore, and like you were saying, broken plays. He was the one that got the first down on that 3rd and 6, and they ended up getting a touchdown on that drive.
Well, 2 things make him special. Number 1 is they're good up front. It's not like they're, he's making everybody miss. They're really, really good up front. They're built the right way. And secondly is his speed and able to one-step cut and never stop his feet is what makes him a special back. You know, I said last year when he had all them yards against us, I was like, hey, if I was him, I'd put together a highlight film and send it out to every Division I school because somebody's looking for a back like that. Obviously he didn't because he's back again. But he is a special talent on the D2 level just because of his speed and it matches. He's hard to see at times. That line's so big that, you know, he just pops out of little creases or, you know, he gets hemmed behind and they're just staying square. Then all of a sudden he reverses field. And, you know, obviously our defense is taught to run to the football. And when they're running to the football coming in, all of a sudden he pops out of the backside. It's hard to defend. But it makes him special is because they're special up front also. And number two, he runs the ball with such speed and velocity. He don't break a lot of tackles. He makes people miss. And that's a special find on this level, is when you can get guys in open field to make people miss. And he's moving so fast. I mean, I thought we had him hemmed in. And Larry's one of our best tacklers in the open field, and he made Larry miss on the bubble and he got up the sideline. You know, unfortunately we ran down the pursuit. But no, he's a good player, but they're a good team. It's not like they have any weaknesses. You know, their D lineman, number 50, led the country in sacks, I think, last year. He had 18 sacks. I think he had 6 in the playoffs. And so, I thought other than the first half, the second half, we somewhat kept him out in the first series. You know, he got us on two consecutive plays almost, but other than that, we kept him pretty much at bay. And so, you know, we do have a good football team. I got to get my players to believe that and to believe in each other and to trust each other. And that's my job as the head coach, because we do have players that can play. And, you know, we didn't back down. We gave them a fight. And, you know, their coach probably said it best to me. He goes, well, you make a couple plays down the field, this is a different ball game. Whether it was overthrown, I don't know if we dropped any, but we got our hands on some. But, you know, when you have those opportunities against a team like that, you can't blow them. There's a couple times they had busted coverage, and they busted the coverage, and we looked the other way, which is very uncharacteristic of us. And so, you know, we'll get back, we'll get better, we'll work at it. There's this one game, and we have 9 more to go, and that's the bottom line. Is I'm getting ready for next week, and it's in the past we want to go 1-0 every week, but this week we didn't. But if we can keep compiling those 1-0s every week, we'll be where we want to be.
And talking about next week, it's a little bit of a similarity between what you had last week with Wheeling. You're playing a team you've never played before in a place you've never been before. What kind of challenges does that present?
I've been there 3 times.
Oh, okay. There you go. I never forgot.
Now, my players haven't been there, but I've been there 3 times. But
yes.
No, I think it's a lot different. We're going to get 2 full games on them. We're going to see personnel. We're going to see what they like to do. Every team likes to do something, because if they don't, then they're not good at anything. And so we'll see on film. You know, I make it not to look ahead, so I don't even look at the film. I did watch their game live Thursday night against State when they played last week. I did watch it, but in the same sense, there'll be a good football team. There's no bad football teams in this conference. If you can rise to the occasion and keep playing on a consistent level, and I think that's the big thing is for us is consistency. You know, a wise coach once told me if you're looking for consistency on your team, that means you can do it. You know, if you're looking for trying to get people in position to make plays, you got problems. So all we're looking for is consistency throughout. And if we're looking for consistency, that means we have the capabilities of doing things. And that's what I see tonight. I mean, even in the first game, we weren't consistent. We played in spurts. And when you play number 4 in the country, you can't play in spurts. You have to play with that consistency. And we're a scary team. If we get to that consistency level, we will be a scary team and we'll be a tough out. You know, and I don't think anybody looks past us because they know we're well coached and we know we got great players. And so that's, you know, what we got to do. I thought our 2 freshman D linemen came in and did a good job when Cody Ryan went out. Colonnade and Devon McIntyre is their first time playing college football, and they're playing against probably the best line they're gonna see all year. You know, other than Charleston or Urbana's line, but I can't see any offensive line being better than the one we saw tonight. And they fought, and they made plays. You know, and someone to tell him, if he can make plays versus them, I expect that every week from you. Be honest. And that's the bottom line, again, consistency. Is showing the capability that you're going to make the play after play after play after play. And then going back to Jaleel, I mean, you know, if you look at it, he'll have a 1 yard run, a 2 yard run, a 40 yard run, a 1 yard run, a 2 yard run, a 30 yard run. So it's not like he's, you know, constantly racking up 10-yard rushes. It's the, you know, the big ones that he makes.
Mm-hmm.
Because we bottled him in a lot more than we ever have. You know, I probably think the last year he probably had 19 carries into 318 yards. He had to have 31 tonight.
And